Dun-dun-dun. We're back for another fun video. Woo! Scams, wire fraud, and check fraud. I hope to make this one not too much of a Debbie Downer, but we do have some scams that we need to talk about. Well, just one in particular. I want to be very clear, make sure that everybody on our team understands that there are a ton of scams out there. Everybody knows it. If you've gotten a phone call about the extended warranty for your vehicle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The scams are out. Okay, but the one that I'm referring to in particular is a scam that continues to happen to people on our staff, and I want to make sure that everybody understands it is a scam and kind of explain it. So typically what happens is you're just sitting there working for the day, or you're hanging out with friends or whatever, and you get a random text from a random number that says, "Hey, this is Carrie. I'm in a meeting, and would you send me some money?" Now, I love everybody on our staff, and everybody has such kind hearts, and I know that you're looking out to really help out my mom, but I want to make sure that everybody knows she is not going to ask you for money on a random number ever. That just won't happen. So I want to make sure that you understand it's always going to be a scam. So this has happened numerous times. I think the last time that it happened, somebody lost $600. The time before that was about $800. So what they do is they ask you for money, saying that they are Carrie, and it's urgent, and you need to hurry up and go to a store and get gift cards. So that should raise a red flag. Gift cards, once the money is scratched away from the back and the little code is sent to somebody else, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it. You can't get your money back. So I want to make sure very clear, if Carrie or TJ or anybody asks you for money on a random number and says, "Hey, I'm in a meeting, send me some gift cards," that's all fake. I hope it doesn't happen again. I'm gonna be pretty diligent about pumping this training video out so everybody hears it. But I just wanted to make sure that I'm putting the material out there. Okay, switching topics to wire fraud. Everybody understands that there is a ton of wire fraud out there right now. For clients, for your personal stuff, you really want to make sure that you tell your clients that there's a lot of wire fraud, and to not send any money out to anybody during their transaction, or to be very clear where they're sending it when they do get to the end of closing and they need to bring funds to the table. Be absolutely sure that they have the right wiring instructions and that the bank handles those properly. A while ago, I heard of one transaction that was a First American deal where the people wired the money, and it was like $700,000, and it was the wrong wiring instructions. Huge payday for whoever got that, and it was just gone. So they could not close on their house, and they lost $700,000. I just don't even know what that would feel like, and I think it would feel absolutely terrible. So just be cautious out there. Wire fraud is a real thing, and it's happening all the time. Okay, now moving into wire fraud and kind of check fraud together, I want to explain why Fitness Realty as a company uses Mountain America's bill pay system instead of wiring your commission checks out. Okay, I want to show you that my priority, number one, is to make sure that I protect your commission check, or your commission. And this will hopefully illustrate that my priority is, first, to protect your money, second, to get it there quickly. So right now we use the bill pay service through Mountain America, which is a check, and it does take 1 to 10 business days. We could use a wire, and it could be faster. There are some fees involved with that, but I'm not too concerned about the fees. I'm more concerned about the fraud that could happen with a wire. So let's say I happen to enter in the wiring instructions incorrectly. Poof, your commission is gone. That's liability on my part that I'm not willing to accept. Let's say the roles are reversed. You happen to give me your wiring instructions, and those are wrong, and I send your money, and poof, it's gone. that's liability on you. You would have lost your commission. And I would hate to be in any of those scenarios where it just feels nasty. Nobody loves losing money, and if we lost $7 or $8 and you were really needing that money, it would be a horrible, horrible thing to happen that way. And typically, from what I've seen and heard, there's nothing anybody can do about it after that, which is really scary and really kind of dangerous. Okay, so we use that checking system through Mountain America. It does take 1 to 10 business days, like I said, but let me illustrate a little story that happened last year. Last year, I touched about $1 million in other people's money, and we did not lose any of the money. So we have a 100% track record of getting the funds to the person that they are supposed to go to. Now, I say that with a little caveat because we did have 2 cases of check fraud. It was 2 checks, 1 instance together, so just kind of think of it as 1 instance of check fraud for 2 checks. So what had happened, I sent out the commission checks to the individual. Individual goes 10 days or 10 or 12 days, I can't really remember. They start texting me like, hey, TJ, what's up? Did you forget to cut my checks? Or, like, where are they? And I said, cut them a long time ago. They were already out. Let me check on them. So I started doing some digging, and the individual had realized that I had maybe had sent the checks to an old address. Sure enough, we had sent them to an old address. And at the old address, somebody at that address opened the checks, decided that those looked nice, and used their mobile deposit on their phone. So we send them from Mountain America. So that money went from Mountain America to the bill pay service to that person who used mobile deposit on Mountain America's network. Really kind of funny, but that's just how it went down. Our individual on our staff did a little sleuthing, found out the person that had done it. I immediately got everybody to calm down. We're not going to do anything crazy. Let's chat with the authorities and let them handle prosecution. We weren't going to do anything shady anyways, but it just it's kind of fun to say in the story. We're going to go kick his trash or whatever you want. I don't know what you want to say, but fill in some blanks. Anyway, what had happened there, he did deposit them through the mobile deposit system. That money was gone from our account. When I got Mountain America's fraud department involved, they sent us the money and reimbursed every bit of it. I cut new checks to our individual on our staff, made sure he was whole, got everything squared away there. And then what's really nice is Mountain America, the behemoth of a company they are right now, partnered with us for prosecuting that individual and pressing charges. So I didn't have to do any of it. It was really sweet. They just stepped in and handled everything. So long story short, that is the reason why we use the Mountain America bill pay system, because 100% of the time we have gotten the money that we needed to send out to the person that it needed to go to. That one instance did take a little bit longer, but it was rectified and it was eventually all taken care of. So anyway, just really wanted to reiterate, there are a lot of scams, wire fraud, check fraud. It's happening all the time, every day. I just wanted you guys to be aware of it and make sure that you understand and really take it seriously so that you can relay that to your clients and relay that to everybody around you. Okay, this has been a fun training video. I don't know about fun. This has been a Debbie Downer training video about scams. And I hope you guys learned something from that, and I hope that you take it into your lives, and we'll see you next time.